Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to Newswatch 12 midday. I wanted to show this graphic again just to really underscore how dry we're going to be today. I mean, these values for the Rogue Valley and Klamath Basin are also kind of dry, but for the Shasta Valley and Great Basin, I mean, the air is just going to be unbelievably dry. And then for the Great Basin, we're going to be windy on top of that. And I'll show you what fire fuel energy is looking like in these regions coming up a little bit later in the show. But just know, even though that we have a red flag warning that's in place today for the Klamath Basin and for the Fremont-Wainema National Forest, just know that I think, just per my own analysis, I think the Great Basin and Siskiyou County are looking even more favorable to see a large fire start and spread very quickly. But of course, what plays into that decision by the National Weather Service in Medford is the fact that there's already an existing fire in the Golden Fire there in Klamath County, so we understand the rationale for that decision. Current temperatures this midday mainly in the 70s inland. Hey, look at that, sunny and 75 for Medford and Grants Pass, and then we are in the mid-50s along the coast in Curry County due to those cold Pacific waters. Let's put all of the smoke into motion a little bit later in the day, and you can see that a lot of the haze will be thinning for most of us, although those areas immediately downwind of the flat fire could see some thicker smoke. And then into this evening, we get those winds coming out of the north and west, and so late this evening, overnight into Saturday morning, we could see some rather thick smoke into northern Klamath County and portions of Lake County, and also this little area in portions of Curry County and Josephine County that could see quite a bit of smoke from the flat fire. And then the cycle for Saturday is essentially the same. Let's take things back to Friday in the Rogue Valley. Here's your playground forecast, and it's going to be warm, it's going to be sunny, and air quality will be pretty good for the Rogue Valley. In fact, it's going to be good for most of us, like you just saw in the smoke forecast. And also, temperatures won't be all that bad. We'll be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year, meaning we'll be in the middle to upper 80s to the east of the Cascades, low 90s for our west side valleys, and middle 60s along the coast in Curry County. And you saw just how blustery the winds are going to be, maybe gusting upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour today for the Great Basin. And then for tonight, the sun will set, the winds will calm down. Of course, we're going to have 2 pockets of smoke, one from the Bedrock Fire in northern Klamath County and Lake County, and then the other from the Flat Fire. And a lot of that smoke will go into southern Curry County and then into Delta-North County. Other than that, a nice night with pretty clear skies and temperatures that'll be similar to what we're seeing, or what we saw for this morning, with middle to upper 40s to the east of the Cascades, near 60 for our west side valleys, and low 50s along the coast in Curry County. And we'll take it back to the Rogue Valley, where the forecast is going to be the same for Saturday and Sunday. We'll have sunshine, we'll just have some very light haze. But then into Monday and beyond that, we warm up just a little bit by about 5 degrees, so we'll be feeling pretty average for this time of the year. But before the warm up, on Saturday, we have more critical fire weather conditions for Klamath County and Lake County and central and eastern Siskiyou County, because once again, it's going to be dry. It's going to be blustery, and the fire fuels are going to be critically dry, especially for eastern Siskiyou County. We'll touch on that more coming up a little bit later in the show. And then we'll have even more critical fire weather into next Wednesday and Thursday. Here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. Winds coming out of the north. That'll push a lot of that smoke into southern Curry County and into Delta-North County. For Siskiyou County, even though we'll have some pretty dangerous fire weather over the next couple of days, air quality should be good, barring another fire starting. And then for the basin, of course, we'll see some of the worst smoke in the Great Basin as opposed to the Klamath Basin, just because of Lake County's proximity to the Bedrock Fire. Then for the mountains, other than Schmolt, Crescent, Lapine, we should have pretty good air quality, and then just some very light haze we're expecting for the Rogue Valley over the next couple of days at least.